In this lesson, I want to look at posters. Now, posters are an opportunity that often is executed quite poorly. And if you understand the principles of how to make a great eye-catching poster, you might find that even though this is a very passive medium, it could deliver much better results for you than perhaps it is at the moment. And there are care providers, particularly in rural areas, that are often relying for quite a chunk of their applicants simply by placing posters in the community. So it's well worth a fresh look. And if I go back to when I was 14 years old, I actually won a poster competition to prevent littering in my local town. And it was almost inadvertently, I'd hit every button, done everything right, purely because I was in a hurry and I didn't overcomplicate my poster. My teacher told me about the opportunity late, and I very quickly drew 2 puppies with a simple headline, "Look after your litter," and they were by a jagged open can of beans. So actually what I'd done was created something very eye-catching. Actually, the only paper I could find was neon orange as well. So I had an eye-catching image, very simple, with a clear message. And of course it featured cute dogs, which we've seen separately is very successful at getting people's attention and engagement. But also we need to think about the location and the dwell time of the poster. If, for example, you have a banner or something where people are driving past quickly, you need to work even harder to get a very simple message and call to action out there because people will be looking at it for a few seconds. But if they can stop and read it, then you've got more time that you can go into a bit more detail to get across more benefits of why the opportunity for them to work for you is a good one. You need to think about permission when you're placing it. Have you got to ask for permission where you place this? It might be notice boards, or there'll be other gatekeepers that you maybe need to ask. One of the tips for images is use faces. People looking at the camera are more likely to be looked at. So if you walk into any newsagents, you'll see all the magazines feature a face, and the reason they do that is because they know that sells. So think about using, ideally, your own staff looking at the camera. And again, if you can include a dog or something cute as well, you'll get more standout. You could try using tear-off strips with a phone number and the basic information on, so people can simply tear them off and take them away. Many people don't realise now that they can take a photo of it with their phone, of course, so those can work quite well. And if you use those tear-off strips, I recommend tearing off 2 of them to begin with, so people think there's already demand and interest in that job. But why not now download my cheat sheet with examples of headlines and call to actions for posters, and see if you can take a fresh look at the posters that you've got, and we can improve them and get a better response.